Okay, so this is all about your industrial internet of things. So people know that there's the industrial internet of things. See, as you know, there are two internet of things. One is mainly on the consumer side, and the other is more on the industrial internet of things, or IoT, which is the industries 4.0, as coined by GE. So these are the main things which I want to make very interesting, or maybe going forward on this particular area which I want to concentrate in the next few months of our concentration. So the entire I'm making it very clear. So in the entire areas of expertise, which is the industrial internet of things, which is main buzzword right now. So it started up. So to give you a heads up to mainly to the people who are here, right? They may be knowing the industrial internet of things, but when I say industrial internet of things, it just started. If you see who are the reports or what the, so mainly on the manufacturing, on the industries related to other industries, it just kickstarted. So I think, right, this is the right time to invest on this particular technology. When I say industrial internet of things, this is the right time and this is the right place to start it up. I know, because why I'm just trying to say this is the right place in, because this particular forum is bringing you the right people onto the same platform, right? If you can see, right, you have diversified knowledge of people in this place. So what we are trying to plan it also, we are to planning to have the different industries all together, and then trying to come up with a kind of POCs on the same platform. So we have a vision for this, and then this is the right platform to work it out. So what I have decided, what I have done in this case, right, based on the experiences, based on the reports, I've identified 10 different industries. I think I might have seen it or might have not seen it, but what I did is I have put it right over here. Okay, so what are the different industries I have talked about? It? Agriculture, automotive, healthcare, manufacturing, in this logistics and transportation, utilities, which is a kind of energy, smart cities, and wearables and home automation. So what I divided into this is not my report. This is given by the Gartner, like in one different areas. They told us these are based on the top, the percentage of level which the industries will take care for the next couple of years. They have taken up 2017 and 2018, and they did a survey and told that these are the industries which comes on the top 10, right? Basically starting at the top, and then to the until the home automation. They have given that these are the industries which will revolutionize, and they have not given home automation, but I have put it as a home automation, right? Because some of the people are here are a little bit know or inclined to home automation. I thought it lets one group, let's deliver that home automation kind of thing. So I have divided that into different aspects of understanding. So, and also what I did in this case, right? Oh, these are the industries which I have made it at least, which has to be like. So what I came up in this particular areas of expertise, also I have done it right. So as you know, right? So next class I want to make it very very technical, basic understanding how this particular can be executed in the different layers of understanding, well, mainly in the kind of architecture. So what I did, what I try to dive is like the concept, right, and the entire everything, right, the concept and the roadmap, and then the architecture, and then the development, which which most of the people know, right? How does any project can be delivered. So in the entire areas of expertise, what I did in this case, right, the sensors, the gateways, the big data analytics, cloud and mobile. So these are the teams I'm talking about. These are the people I'm trying to bring in, and then make it as one end-to-end solution. When I say end-to-end solution, we talks of the device enter to the to the UI. When I say the UI, it can be either a web UI or a mobile UI. So end-to-end we are trying to achieve right over here. For that, maybe you are the only, not the only group which may be delivering it, because you need to support it by SMAC, because where the sensor and gateways is mainly on the IoT, and big data analytics and cloud is kind of a SMAC solution, mobile solution. And what I'm trying to bring it, right, there is another SMAC group I'm forming it out. So I want to take some resources which will help you uh, for this particular IoT group. And these two people, I want you people to be a high level delegating that work. Like for example, you need some coding, right? Because you need some logic, some development required. So I'm bringing one more team, which is a kind of a development team, which is a kind of a 0 to 1 experience. So my triangle, or my pyramid, or whatever solutions, right, is one is the IoT labs, and the other is the SMAC labs, supported by a horizontal known as your a dev team. A dev team consists of 0 to 1 area experience. So this is what my delivery model which I am thinking. So on the delivery model also, what I'm thinking of the 10 projects is different varied aspects of projects. Like for example, there is a lot of SAP people, so I want the team to have 2 SAP projects, 2 SAP IoT solutions projects, and also I want 2 big data projects. 2 big data, I've identified that 2 big data projects, and I'm planning to have a out of all this, right, one mobility project. So at the end of the right, you have to have an IoT mobility project, and at the other aspect also, right, the other 5 projects which are different industries per se. I am just looking at different industries. It's a typical generic project using a I'm happy to use any standard SAP IoT platform if you want to have that. Means I'm talking about the IoT platforms, any standard of, like, it can be IBM's, it can be Amazon, it can be Google, or any platforms. Or else if you want to have your own platform, I'm happy to do that. So which will be kind of brainstorming. So the execution model also, what I was planning in this case, right, I want to have some 80 member team, each member having a 10 resources, which is a combination of IoT resources. And so these people, which as part of this initiation, I already did initiated it. I'm talking to few people, I'm calling one-on-one, and I'm interacting on one-on-one, and I'm trying to understand, right, their expertise, and where they fit into that, whether they're interested into that. So the whole idea of that is, by the end of next couple of weeks, I'm planning to form the groups, and I'm also planning to define the use cases, all the 10 use cases, and which technologies to be delivered. And so by the end of May, so my idea is by the end of May, all things are set, especially on the use cases, on the technology, on the delivery mode. So where you will come to know, right. So from there, right, then the next 3 months is a kind of execution model, and then by the whole episode, what I am thinking, right, is by the end of December, right, by the end of November, right, everything, the POC should be ready. And by the end of by the end, the December month is kind of execution. So by the end of December, right, at least I'm assuming that there should be 10 use cases be ready. The 10 use cases be ready by each member team. So each member team also I'm thinking about, right. So it will be kind of a project manager, or one will lead it, will be the responsible to make it aligned as a project mode, so that particular things. So what I'm looking at is, right, you'll get a full detailed picture, a detailed understanding of this in the next coming weeks, which I'm planning to make it sure, right. So and then once I talk to the team, and then once I come up with this kind of thing. So the entire agenda, or entire end of line, is what you are going to learn, right, at the end of the day, right. What we are going to learn, and what we're going to learn, it's an end-to-end solution, which the main aspect of this forum, or like this group, is everyone in this group who was trying to work with me on this POC by end of this particular 6 or 7 months roadmap, right. So they will have an end-to-end understanding, like starting from the device, with the use case, with the concept. So I'm talking about a concept, which is a kind of my kind of role of SMEs, from the concept to the execution, to the delivery concept. So you will be the understanding. So in that, right, we will be having a lot of technological learning, lot of development learning, and tools learning, and the kind of use cases learning. So this is what a high level understanding, I thought, right, to put it on as a kind of a IIoT and the roadmap to IIoT use cases. So basically that is one. And then also, right, I this is one on the solution side, and on the team side, right, and the IoT team, labs team, right. I want to take a strict stern things right now going on, right. whoever is not actively participating, I want to make it very leaner, because too many people, right, is maybe spoiled, right? There may be a lot of noise, and then I know people are saying that already. So I want to make it very very lean, right? Whoever, I'm very much hard. I don't want a person sitting idle there just trying to and then come up with a different perspective view and says that hey, nothing is happening. No, I don't want to have that. I want to make it very lean so that at least I'm happy I have a 10 people, but a very dedicated 10 people. So that's what the overall thought I want to give you at this point of time. And what I will do is I will stop here, because if you see, right, out of 80 to 90 people, only I see that 30% are already committed. So I'm fine with the 30%. So I'm going to remove all the people. Sorry to say that, right? Whether it's not you or whatever it is. Sorry to say that, right? I'm going to remove the people who are not actively participating into that. So this is the entire episode, like the entire crux of what I'm going to talk to you. So what I will do is like it's already 20 minutes gone. So next 20 minutes, what I'm trying to say that, right, any questions or any suggestions and recommendations, I want to hear from you people, and then and then we take it forward from there.
Hi Vijay, this is Ram here.
Can you speak loud? Who is this?
This is Ram here.
Oh yeah.
I would like to ask one question about use case selection.
Yes.
What is the criteria to select any use case, and how do we come up with? My point is, we should at the end of the executing or developing the use case, it should be related to some business case. That should be useful for the group for taking it forward, for making it a business case. So many times what happens is we put a lot of effort, but that finally sometimes or many times it is not matching with real business. So from that point of view, I want to understand how are we selecting the use case.
Yes, Ram, right? It's a good question, right? But there is an answer for this, right? The business case identified based on the business problems right now in the market, and we define the business case in such a way which is executable. Like for example, one of the use case which we know or which were delivered it, for example, on the smart energy, which is the best example many of the people know, right? I want to measure the energy efficiency of any process industry electrical equipments or any commercial building industry equipment which there is ROI, for example.
Okay.
So for this particular thing, right, you want to have a POC to be done, right? Yes, we know what are the sensors to be placed, and we know what are the devices to be placed, we know what are the gateways to be placed, and what is the software required to streamline the data, and we know what is the web application UI to deliver the dashboard. Giving you an example.
Okay.
So like that, we are trying to get 10 use cases. This is one related to smart energy, like can be healthcare. And at the end, right, because there are different people in this group are expertise in the respective areas. So what we plan to bring it, right, that's what, right, at the end of the day, it's not only my decision to bring up that idea. So this particular use case will be put into a forum of a dedicated people. Like for example, who have been selected in this particular, like dedicated. So that's what I'm saying, right? Out of 90 resources, 30 are dedicated to me. But fine, those 30 people will be absorbed and try and share with the 30 people and validate on that particular business case, whether it's a reliable. And on top of us, right? For example, on these 30 people, there will be 5 senior business or senior executive guys looking at this and then says that, hey, is it a viable business case which we need to pursue it? And then upfront we'll say, you come up with a business case and say, hey, this is not a business case which you should pursue because there's no viability. So we'll just reject that business case.
That will be great. That will be great. I mean, it also feels interest in the people. I mean, at least people who have seen the market and the business, apart from the technologies, it actually feels energy. I
Yeah.
would,
Yeah.
I'm happy to know that answer.
Yeah, thanks, Ram. Right, that's what we want to achieve also in this particular thing. So anything, right? It will be upfront, shared with everyone. It's not only one man show here. It's a 30 people effort, keeping it together and delivering the use cases.
That's great.
Yeah, hi Vijay, this is Vivek Srivastava. This side.
Who is this?
Vivek Srivastava.
Oh yeah, Vivek. Hey, hi. Nice to hear you.
Yeah, good. So it's a really nice conversation, very good initiative. So as I said, basically, we have, because I'm based in UAE right now, but we have launched multiple IoT initiatives. And I'm a business guy, so definitely I would like to be part of those five, where really, I want to keep my inputs basically about the business scenario, because I'm a techno-commercial, but more towards I've seen the market exactly, which are the use cases being done all across the globe. So definitely I would like to be a part of those five. So if you can please add me, that will be great.
Yes, Vivek, absolutely. That's what the whole episode of having this IoT team forum is that, right? We want all the like-minded people, and we want to put all our POCs in place, and then just validate whether it's really a good POC. And then at the end of the day, right, what we are trying to deliver a POC, it's in an executable format. I don't want to bring some POCs, any POCs, where we have a good theoretical knowledge, but it cannot be deployable and there is no ROI. So we are not going to touch that. But that's what. So if everyone comes with the ideas, right, we come up with energy, healthcare, agriculture. So we want to validate with the 2 to 3 levels, right? First, it will be individual. It will be next will be a group, and then on top of it there is a core team who looks into it. And after these all validations pass, and we'll say, "Hey, yes, this is the right business case. We can pursue."
But who is going to provide the platform exactly? Because we need, cloud platform where you can do the testing. We need the physical devices really to do the lab kind of thing. So do we have any partner who can really offer us this kind of thing?
See, in that case, right, I know partners. I will bring the devices to you. The lab will be in Hyderabad, where you have a virtual lab. I'm setting up a lab here where all the sensors and the gateways which are related to the hardware will be placed here. That's what my understanding or my inclination to that. So on top of it, the software can be sitting anywhere. Like you be at wherever you are, the location, the software sits in your laptop or laptop, like anything. It will be there. Whatever you want to do, you can do that. But the hardware devices, which I will be for all the use cases, I'm trying, and I'll be the one who will try to procure from the different OEMs or device suppliers or who are like manufacturers. I will try to bring it.
But here then the question will come, the people who have really worked on it day and night, basically they have come up with the healthcare model, they have come up with the inventory model, they have developed something very unique. So who will own the IP? Who will own the intellectual property? End of the day, if the business model becomes successful and somebody want to launch it commercially, it will be that team who will be owning the IP, or it will be you?
No, it's at the end of the day, we also discussed about this. So what will happen is at the end of like 7 months, for example, right? So we will float as IoT Labs as an entity. If required, if you see that, okay, it's an IP or whatever it is, right? And then they become our business entity models, right? It will be a service model. For example, if you do that, so they will be the partners, and then if you want to market it, right, yes, it's up to them, right? They can be a partner to IoT Labs, and IoT Labs has floated as an entity, and then it will be part of the IoT Labs.
No, but it still doesn't answer my question. Let's say the group who has really worked on it, they have developed the code, they have developed the entire, basically the application as well as on the back end, and now they want to launch it commercially. So who will be owning that IP? It will be IoT Labs, it will be the partner, or it will be that group?
It will be IoT Labs.
IoT Labs, yeah. That's what
Yes.
Yeah.
So here we are working as a single entity. It's not individual. This is effort, right? It's not a partnership. It's or not you or me. It's entire, right? It's IoT Labs.
Hey Vijay, I'll add into the things what you mentioned. For the execution of the project, we do have some of the capabilities, like as I mentioned in my previous discussion. Like I'll be interested in agriculture, and then we have a few guys who are interested in agriculture, and me being very very much involved in making these hardware devices, sensors. Definitely, I would like to put some of my already made, or I'll be making one for the interest of my and for the team also. And that we will implement that also. So not necessarily, yes, if we get the sensors from you, well and good. That also will add, but at the same time, we will add our own made product also. And we'll complete the project. That is also my idea. So just wanted to convey that. Does it fall in line with our, everybody's understanding? Just wanted to know.
No, let's see that, right? Let's see how it goes.
So hello Vijay, this is Nilesh here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vijay, I have one question. I mean, like, when you say that this is the IoT lab, I'm currently going through all the WhatsApp messages, and I'm trying to also understand that this group, when you say this is a non-profit making group, so I just want to understand in an overall perspective, what will be the overall objective of this group formation? Is it something we are trying to share our knowledge? Is it something we need to acquire the experience? Is it something we are trying to set up a lab which will be delivering the projects? If you can brief me something, that will be helpful.
Guys, it's as I told you, right? It's whatever, right? I know there are a lot of people in this business, people, and then see, don't bring the IP thing. See, it's just an initiation. You're killing this team. You're killing, like, bringing IP and everything. So if this comes into the mind of everyone, right, this team is dead. No one will come forward and start the hard work. See, this is a non-profit initiative. We are trying to reach, like today you're talking about IP, or today you're talking about, see, and then we are trying to bring something upfront into the group. And then today, if you talk about IoT labs is bringing it that up or whatever it is, right? We haven't never thought at a single point of time. And everyone here has not come up saying that, right, okay, I'm doing, and then I have is a commercial. So this forum is trying to do it's something, a viable option, something which wants to take it to the next level. It's mainly on the knowledge sharing. And then mainly to the people, right, who doesn't have the knowledge, giving knowledge at the end of the day, and trying to align with the understanding of the people. So if something like this, right, hard work, and you are saying, and they see, there is no patent, there is no of that at this point of time, because I know the US people, if we talk about, right, they talk about a lot of patent and everything. So this particular group, what we are talking about is, we are not talking at a high level of doing a commercialization, doing something mainly on selling or whatever it is. So it's individual entity of the people which we are trying to make and make it workable. Let's see, right? See, this is just an initiation, right? Let's see how it comes at some point.
The thing is, if you don't solve the problem right now, it will become bigger and bigger tomorrow. I've seen this happening in most of the companies, most of the forums. So it's better, that people have a very clear idea of, what's their stakeholdership and what's their, their contribution, and what exactly, they are going to get from it. Because I've seen this happening, and then after, so if you don't solve it today, I'm pretty sure this problem will be getting bigger. So I'll request you that, you make it black and white to everybody, that if they innovate, then the IP will be theirs.
I would like to just add here, see why we have assembled here, just to give our, whatever our knowledge is, a knowledge sharing. And what is the use of knowledge sharing if somebody cannot use it? So we should not think of if what if somebody is commercializing it. Let him commercialize. That's why he wanted to get knowledge. I mean, it is not the what is the use of knowledge if it is not implemented? So we should not be worried that somebody is going to use it, then who will own this and that. For that purpose, we have not come here. Nobody is here expecting any money out of our knowledge, whatever we are giving. So it is all up selflessly. We have come here to provide knowledge and getting knowledge as well. It is not, we are not expert on all areas. I know some part of this, you know some part of it, and combined together, we all will be knowing everything. You use my expertise and do some commercial things. I will use some of the experience which I've learned here, and I'll use it for my purposes. So nowhere should bind anybody for using the experience we have collected. Collected together. That's my view.
Do you agree with that, Vijay? I mean, see, what I understand from his statement is, everyone whoever is contributing for the use case, they want to use that code or the knowledge or any kind of understanding experience, they can use it for their own business, ideas or any commercial purposes. Will that be okay? Little against to the earlier statement by you that the IP or the rights will be owned by IoT Labs.
To be honest, right? So I think, right, this is an open discussion. I think, right, because you're talking about an IP, and so at this point of time, right, I think, right, it has to be a bigger discussion. As somebody rightly said, right. So some groups have stopped because of this. This entire episode of because no one is clear on that. So at some point of time. So I think, right, let's do it maybe, right, I'll give a thought to maybe a bigger group, because it owns by the 30 people, right? Tomorrow if there is 30 people who was working on that, so it's owned by the 30 people, what I'm talking about. So maybe I think, right, I'll just give a thought by everyone, and then maybe in the next meeting, right, we will make sure, right, whether is it the IoT Labs will own the IP, or else the individual entity have the right of. So maybe a deeper discussion is required on that.
I would agree. That will be great. Yeah. It cannot be, an instant answer. That should be thoroughly thought. That will be good.
Yeah. I think that let's take it. So I think, right, we have last 5 minutes. So maybe anyone have some set of questions, we can take it, or we can just.
Hi, Vijay. So what is the target to decide the ownership of these different domains? Is there a target date?
See, whatever I think, right, the ownership of each group should be end of May. So means when I say the ownership, right, the work of the model should start from June 1st. So the use cases should be defined, and each owner will take care of the entire team, and everything should be done by week end of May. That's what my thinking at this point of time.
Right. So what I suggest is, if I may suggest, is to request for people to take ownership of these. You have listed nicely the domains. So if we have expertise, so people can come back to you and say, I can own this group, and this is my expertise. Is that something which can work?
Yeah, it's already done, right? I have defined people, right, and they're taking the ownership, right? One guy will take the ownership of entire. So that's already in place. So at the end of May, right, they will say that, okay, this energy, this guy will take care of it. Okay, this is healthcare, I will take care of it.
So I'm sorry, I didn't see that in your presentation. Is that already names are already there? So
no, not yet. That's what, right? It will come a later point of time.
Okay. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you do have identified ownership, for example, my experience is in automotive, right? I can get associated to say that this is what it is.
Just a cause, right? Not all the industries are identified. I'm talking about. It's only a few industries have identified. Yes, I'm reaching. That's what, right? I'm reaching to each and everyone who are in this group and nominating them as a group owner. So definitely I
Right.
cannot reach you, and then when I reach you, right, you will get the answer.
No,
So
no, no.
Vijay,
Vijay, what I'm asking is, as you identify, if you can publish the names, people can start associating with them and then form the groups rather than waiting for a big bang.
so yeah, Vijay, that is a very good idea because I am also as a part of automotive and I'm holding a very good domain expertise into this area. I can bring up a lot of problem statement where we can work together on the use cases. As well as I have one question related to the documentation. Like when we say whatever the week we are discussing the documentations, are those getting copied on the shared IoT lab documentation space? I could see one of the layers as a uh, screenshot which is available. Uh, but I could see a lot of value additions in terms of IoT development work, Microsoft Accuse, and all those kind of a concept which are there. Is it the team who can collate this information and put it together somewhere? Is it something assigned to someone who is taking care for those documentation upload?
Yeah. There's a guy known as I'll just share the Rajagopal is taking care of, and not in the website. We are doing it in the Google Drive, but the website, right? I think we have to check out with Karan, right, whether it's a right thing because. So anything, it's not yet decided, but you'll come to know.
So we can connect. We can provide a link in the website to the Google Drive, and different domains have different folder structure sort of thing.
Yes. Google Drive is not yet linked as of now, but I'll check it with Karan, right, whether it's done. It can be done or not.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so we'll. So as you get people, so if you can publish who is owning what, it will be easier and faster, right?
No, one thing, right? I'll not publish. See, the ownership will be on the WhatsApp only. The team members will not be on the names will not be published on the website. To be very specific, right? No names will be published on the website. I'll give it.
Okay, is the WhatsApp also is fine. Wherever it is.
No, I'm just making sure, right? Some people may ask, right? Okay, can we not make it public, right? So I'm not making Teams has made it public. So I don't want to name it to the bigger group, right? No names will be there on any website.
No problem. Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll do that, right? That's not a problem.
Yeah, Vijay, one more thing want to add. Is there somebody working on the process industry? I mean, like I have a lot of domain into this area and lot of use cases which can be presented, like food and beverages, lot of things on the food and beverages industry, and CPG, which is consumer good products. Are there any people associated with those industries? I can also contribute, and I can also share my experience. Because I have a very good real-time exposure to all the industry.
Yeah, I got you. But see, the time is running off. Maybe we have to say goodbye because of this 40 minutes time. So what I will do, right? Maybe I'll talk to, and then I'll just check out with everyone, and then definitely see this ongoing discussion. As I told you, right? It's not yet finalized because we have another 4 weeks or 5 weeks to identify the use cases and to define the use cases. So some are very defined. I am because we are expertise people, and some